done. Okay, here we are. Welcome, everyone. I'm Jessica Arnot, a consultant with Pampered Chef, and I'm here with my buddy Nichole Gieselman. She's in Pennsylvania. I'm here in New Jersey. And little background about me for those that may not know. I'm with Pampered Chef 21 and a half years now, loving every minute of it. And I do see some familiar faces on here. So thanks for joining us. And I also, I'm going to give a shout out to Ginger, who is here with us tonight, who's actually been a customer of mine pretty much since I started 21 and a half years ago. So that's amazing right there. Now that I think about it, right, Ginger? So tonight I do have my cousin here, Sarah.
Hi.
She's visiting from Asheville, North Carolina, and I invited her over here while we make this apple pie. So we're going to teach you some baking techniques for pies. Nichole is making a chocolate peanut butter no-bake pie. So if baking intimidates you, you're definitely going to want to stick around and watch her recipe towards the end. I'm going to do mine first, then she's going to go. So let's see. My story, let me share that with you. 21 and a half years ago, when I started Pampered Chef, I never attended a cooking party. Someone at work was having a catalog show, and I had bought a pizza stone. That was my first product I purchased. Who else can say pizza stone was one of their first products that they purchased, right? It's either that, I think, or the batter bowl as one of your first purchases. Then I was working full time, and my roommate she was moving out, and I didn't want to get another roommate. And in order to afford the apartment on my own and have extra money to go out with friends and go buy a pair of shoes if I wanted to, I did need to do something to supplement my income alongside my full-time job to cover all my expenses and also have that play money. So I decided to give Pampered Chef a try once I realized my roommate not only was moving out, but she was taking half the kitchen stuff with her because it was hers. So I needed to also restock the kitchen. So we're going to give also, come here, Sarah, we're going to give a shout out to Uncle Jeffy. Sarah's dad's on here on Zoom too. He joined us. So when I joined 21 and a half years ago, I had no idea. My intention wasn't to stick around this long. I absolutely fell in love with the products. I fell in love with the company, and the free trips are a bonus. So now that we are, there's so much internet and social media avenues, it's really a great way to just have extra income and never even leave your house, where you can do Zoom parties, you can do just Facebook parties, we have a exclusive party platform that we call Table. So nobody needs the social media to have an online party with us anymore, which is excellent. So there is all kinds of ways that you can party with Pampered Chef. And of course, now that COVID is getting further and further behind us, yay, we are back to doing home parties as well. So if you're local to me or Nichole and you're looking to have some girlfriends over for some wine, cheese, and chocolate, we'll be there. Good, Suzanne. So that's my story in a nutshell. Basically, now I stick around 21 and a half years later because I do still love the products and I get them free. We all have the opportunity to get the new products that they come out with twice a year for free based on our sales. So that's always a nice perk. My kitchen is now busting out at the seams with Pampered Chef products. And my husband will tell you that. He has no problem. Sarah experienced that tonight when we were cooking dinner. Oh, Sarah, there's a tool for everything. Yeah. Isn't that what he said?
Yeah, he said there's a special everything.
Special everything. So, but I stick around for the income, of course. It's a nice extra income now for me, now that I've built a team up, and I'm always looking to add more team members to my team as well. There's always room around the table for everybody. Then the friendships. The friendships I've made along the way are completely priceless. Nicole and I have known each other now. She's been in the business, I think, almost 10 years. And we've been pretty good buddies for the last like 6 or 7 years. And if it wasn't for Pampered Chef, our paths would have never crossed. So if you're looking for a community and you want to make new friends, this could be something just for that as well. Making some income and getting free products could be a perk. So, all right, so we're going to get started with, my apple pie recipe. And this recipe was handed down to me from another consultant in the business, and it's called Mile High Apple Pie. And you'll see why when we start to put it together, because it literally calls for about 6 pounds of apples. So, and it's huge. So you definitely need the deep dish baker. This one is an older one in a royal blue color, but this is our deep dish pie plate, and it's from our stoneware collection. So again, those of you familiar with the pizza stone, we have different stones for different things as well. So it bakes nicely. And in case you did not know, stoneware is also microwavable. It's microwave safe, so you can use it in the microwave. And our stoneware in the last year has transitioned over into what we call stone fusion, which means it is now even more durable, meaning you can preheat it without putting any food on it. It is broiler safe. It can now go into the dishwasher, where our stones in the past wasn't recommended for the dishwasher or even using soap on the stoves. But now our new stone fusion is totally fine to do all of that. So I was so happy to hear that, like, now it can go in the dishwasher and it's broiler safe. That's huge too for our stoneware collection. So I have out our pastry mat, and this is great for rolling out dough. So I'll show you that in a minute. So I've rolled out our pie crust. Let me change my camera angle here, and we can show you over here what we're doing. So I've rolled out the pie crust and placed it into the deep dish pie plate. And here's a tip when working with a big round dough. Like, I needed to roll it out to 12 inches, and it has circles on here to give you the diameter of your circles. So it's no brains needed to roll out your dough. But if you fold it in half and then in half again, and then just place it in, pick it up this way, it just makes it easier to place it into, instead of trying to lift up the whole thing that's unrolled. And then you just gently unfold it and leave it in here. And that's the easiest way to get your pie crust dough into your deep dish pie plate. So we've got our apples over here. So we used the apple wedger. So you might see a couple sets of hands over here. So I'm gonna take out, we've saved 2 apples, we peeled them. I'm not using, those of you also familiar with Pampered Chef products and know we have what's called the apple peeler core slicer. Who has one? Raise your hand if you have one. They actually took that out of the catalog this season. Don't know why. First time since Pampered Chef, I think it's been in the catalog since Pampered Chef's conception back in 1980. And they took it out of the catalog. So that's another reason why I'm showing off this recipe, because it calls for your apples just to be peeled and then wedged. So of course we have a tool for that though too. It's called the apple wedger. And not only is this good for wedging apples, you can also wedge pears with this. And you can also do cucumbers, get the seeds out of your cucumbers. So it puts it in perfect wedges, like so. And one more time, because not only can you use this on what I mentioned before, you can also do this on potatoes and get even potato wedges for roasted potatoes, or big, use this for like a steak fry in the oven with a nice steak. You can also do that. So the apple wedger, even though it's called apple wedger, can wedge many other things. Oh, what I wanted to also mention before I threw all those apples in here, you can, before you peel an apple, leave the skin on. I'm just going to put a couple wedges back in here to give you the idea. So leave the skin on, wedge your apple, and then put some peanut butter in here, and then you'll be able to close the apple back up, right? And then wrap it in plastic wrap, and it won't brown, and you'll have a nice apple peanut butter snack with your lunch. Sarah's laughing at me.
No, it's brilliant.
So, and the ingredients to this is pretty simple. So we're gonna add, go ahead. We're gonna add sugar. I got my big thing of sugar out. You want this one? No, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
So I did take out these two measuring cups. So this one here, this is called our Easy Read measuring cup. So it has the measurements inside the cup here. So when you pour your liquid into it, you can kind of see the measurements as the liquid's pouring into the cup. So this is a liquid measuring cup. When you measure sugar or flour or something like that, what do we need? 1 cup?
1 cup.
1 cup. Well, that cup's missing. So when you need flour or sugar or something like that, you want to use the dry measuring cups, because, hold on 1 second. My tool's missing. It's misplaced. I'll just cheat and use a butter knife. But this set, let's get back. We'll get back to this dry cup measuring set. It they stack inside of each other like so, and then the handles do snap, so they'll store together and not come apart. And then it comes with a leveling tool, which is kind of like a butter knife, because this is how you want to measure your dries. And with baking, your measurements do need to be more exact rather than when you cook, because cooking is a lot more forgiving. But with baking, you want to make sure you get exact measurements.
Mr.
Yes, it was 1 cup of sugar, you said, right?
Yep.
So 1 cup of sugar. So Sarah's going to give this a stir. I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients. Tablespoons.
Yep. 2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons of cinnamon. So this cinnamon here is exclusive cinnamon to Pampered Chef. Hopefully you can see it. I don't know how to say that word. Does anybody know how to say that word? Nicole, do you know how to say that word? Coragen. Pampered, not perfect. So we have this cinnamon. It's only available during the baking season right now, the holiday season, as well as our double strength vanilla extract from Madagascar. It's really delicious and potent. And then this cinnamon plus, which can replace your pumpkin spice or even apple pie spice. Like this would add even a little bit more flavor to it, because in the Cinnamon Plus, the ingredients that it has is also nutmeg, allspice, orange peel, cloves, and ginger. I actually like to put a couple of dashes in my coffee grounds when I make coffee with this. It's delicious in coffee as well. So we need 2. What? Sorry, went open. The new one.
Can you pan out just a little bit?
Like that? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I guess so.
Is that better? I can't get it any higher than that. I didn't have time to,
That's better.
that's better, okay, good. Play around with my gadgets here, so 2 tablespoons. One.
Jess, don't measure that cinnamon, just dump.
I know, I was just gonna say, a little extra cinnamon never hurt anybody.
That would be like 5 tablespoons for me.
Flour.
Who are you yelling at?
Cup of flour. Okay. Thank you. And then we're gonna add half a cup of flour. It's just these 3 ingredients in this apple pie. The reason we're adding the flour to this is because it's going to act as like a thickening agent with the juices that will be developed from the apples and the sugar.
And guys, check out that stainless steel bowl. It's not moving. It has a
Yes, it has
silicone
a
bottom.
silicone bottom on it, and they come with a lid, these stainless steel mixing bowls.
Yes, I love all 3 of the stainless steel mixing bowls. They are wonderful.
Hey Jess,
Yes,
your pastry mat,
yes,
is it like plastic or cloth or silicone?
it's silicone.
Okay, I have one from Tupperware. I think it's ancient, but it's plastic, like laminated almost, and it doesn't lay flat anymore. So I was just
Oh, okay.
thinking about a new one.
Of
Yes.
course, I have a double one.
What kind of
Oh.
apples did you use?
Oh, good question. We used, what did we use? Empire and
Gala.
Gala.
Oh, okay.
So,
And I have those bowls and I love them.
Yeah, these are
yeah,
great.
so here is the pastry mat. It is silicone, and then I store it. I just fold it in half and in half again and like roll it up, and then it just comes out flat. So see how flexible it is? Yeah, it's really nice.
And you could just wash that with soap and water.
Yes. Yep, you can just wash it with soap and water.
I think I got it.
All right, we're ready to dump. We're ready to dump. Let's watch this dump.
Am I gonna dump it?
Oh boy. I told you, mile high,
Oh my.
lots of apples. We want all these
Oh
apples.
my.
See?
I'm just gonna dump it and they're gonna.
We're gonna try and get it to stay. Good thing I took out that second one.
And look at this great spatula.
Yeah, it's our holiday spatula. What's it say?
Oh, spread cheer. You can't, if you can see it. It's kind of got soupy stuff all over it, the cinnamon. There you go.
All right, so already I'm gonna say, here's a tip. If you do attempt this mile high pie, is to roll your dough out a little bit more than the 12 inches, because you're gonna need a little extra over the lip to seal it. So
I don't think the camera shows the extent of this.
yeah,
No.
what do you guys think? Mile high or what?
Like, what?
Yes, that's like the Denver Mile High apple pie.
Yeah, right. All right, so I'm going to just move this and use the clean one to roll out the top of the dough. Okay. Just bear with me, friends.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So I'd save this one to roll out in front of you guys too, because I wanted to show you. I was gonna try and get fancy, but I don't know how fancy I can get with the dough around the edges to crimp it. But I did want to show you the two different rolling pins that we also have. So this one is new this season. It's just your traditional French rolling pin, but this also has, it does have measurements on it. It has centimeters, and then it has inches on this side in case you needed to measure anything. And then if you like a lot of weight to your rolling pin and you want to be fancy, we have our marble rolling pin that has this cute little stand, which looks nice out on display. So those are
Looks like Exhibit A.
Exhibit A, Exhibit B. So the best thing about with rolling dough is you kind of want to go from the inside out, and that will give you a more even circle.
Jess, that mat, you don't need to flour it. It doesn't stick.
This is so far this is okay, but yes, like if you have stickier dough, yeah, you can throw some flour down.
Okay.
So, all right, so what I'm going to attempt to do is put because you need to put vent holes in this. So I'm going to attempt to put my vent hole in first, and then we'll try and get this dough on top of that pie. So I'm going to use, who's got our mix and chop? You know, our mix and chop also is great for putting fancy designs on your pie crust dough, and then also on your cookies. So we'll see how this fares out. If you missed me saying so at the beginning, this recipe I have not made yet. So you guys are lucky you get to watch us be guinea pigs with this. So I'm just folding it in half and in half again.
Do you want me to move it over?
Yeah. There we go. And we're going to attempt to get this on our pie. There we go. And then I'm going to crimp the best that I can to seal the edges. Doesn't have to be fancy. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to brush the crust before it bakes with a little milk and put some sugar on it to make it nice and sweet. And then it'll get baked at, I think, 350 for about a half an hour, or 400 for a half an hour, and then 350 for another 40 minutes or so. I'm going to bake this on a cookie sheet as well, just in case there's anything that runs out from underneath the dish, so it doesn't make a mess in the oven. So once this bakes, we'll have all these cute little designs. This is huge, right? Do you guys see the depth of this? Oh my goodness. That is huge. So I'm gonna, here we go. What do you guys think? How do you think this is gonna come out? I mean, you're gonna have to, either send me a message in Facebook Messenger if you're not in our group on Facebook, the Cook and Look group that we have. Of course, you can join that group if you're not there, but I will be sharing pictures of this pie. I mean, my gosh, look at this.
So Jess, does it have to cook longer at a lower temperature? So, you don't want the crust to burn, but you've got so many apples in there. Does it have a longer baking time?
Yeah, so the recipe says what did it say exactly?
Let's see, it says,
I should be sharing this recipe too, if
Okay.
anybody else wants to attempt it.
it says bake on bottom rack at 450 degrees for 30 minutes, then turn down the oven to 400 for 45 minutes.
Okay, my temperatures were off. So yeah, 450 for 30 minutes.
Yep.
And then 400 for 40 minutes. So yeah, it's definitely baking a lot longer than your traditional apple pie. I think that only takes 45 minutes. But this one, yeah, you definitely need a little more baking time for this one to make sure those apples get baked. So what's even funnier is I'm going to attempt to bring this pie with me to the nurses at Hope Tower tomorrow. So that'll be interesting to travel with this. I think I have a box somewhere. They're gonna be like, what is this? All right, so Nicole, take it away. Show us your peanut butter chocolate no bake pie.
All right. So yes, guys, that's what I'm going to be making. It's not quite as detailed as what Jessica has here, but that looks delicious and I might just try that for my Thanksgiving. So guys, so my name is Nicole. I've been partying with Pampered Chef for a little over 10 years and I absolutely love what I do, every last second of it. I personally love doing in-person cooking parties. I think they're a lot of fun. That's where I started. And then the pandemic hit and we went all virtual. It was a little crazy back then, but me and Jess both started from, just cooking parties in the end. Nowadays, you don't even have to leave your house. You can sit in your pajamas all day and do this business, even if it's just a side gig. But I'll give you just a tiny little bit of background on me. When I first started, my house was getting ready to go through foreclosure. I had approximately 4 months to stay in my own home, and I was working a 40-hour-a-week job at the York County Prison here in Pennsylvania. And let's just say it wasn't my cup of tea to go to jail every day. So I do believe I am the only consultant out here that can say, Pampered Chef got me out of jail. Woohoo!
I love that story, especially since my husband's a corrections officer, retired.
I know.
Corrections officer.
It was so weird. I was like, oh, your husband's, I used to work there. Not in Jersey, but in PA. So long story, hopefully kind of short. When I first signed up, I had a few pieces of Pampered Chef, not a whole bunch here and there. And I decided to sign up on a whim. I had maybe attended one cooking party and hosted a cooking party about 10 years prior to me signing up. And like I said, my house was getting ready to go through foreclosure. I was going through a divorce back then as well. And I decided to sign up on a whim just to literally make the extra money that the mortgage company kept saying, you need extra money for us to pull your house out of foreclosure because what you're making right now is just not enough. So I signed up under a lady. I had no clue who she was, but my mom's next door neighbor was hosting a Pampered Chef party. And I bought a spice and paid just as much as shipping as the spice. And said, why not give this business a try and see if I could make the extra income? Because it truly was not going down without a fight with trying to save my home from the foreclosure process that it was getting ready to go through. So I signed up and literally 2 paychecks. It was around $400 or $500, somewhere in the mix of that. was literally pulled my house out of the foreclosure. Now, the reason I share this with you guys is first, I love telling this story at every party I do, whether it's virtual or cooking. And I also share this because Pampered Chef can literally be just a side gig for you to make that extra income that you would personally like to make. It is totally up to each individual person. I get it. If it's not for you, that's okay. But hey, I love sharing about the business. I have a nice growing team that consistently grows on a daily basis, and we're always growing and looking for more people to join us around the table. So I never know what Pampered Chef could do for you, but I always tell everybody, give it a try, even if it's just for 30 or 60 days to make that extra holiday cash, and then leave if it's not for you. And by the way, guys, you can make 2 paychecks before Christmas for that holiday
Oh,
money.
yeah, I forgot about
Okay.
that. Yeah.
If you sign up literally before the end of this month, okay, you could be making 2 paychecks in the end. So I'll go over a little bit here from now, what some of our consultant kits are. And I want you guys to start thinking about what it is that this business could possibly do for you, because I want you to consider the possibility of asking some questions, because Jess is going to be entering everybody's name into a drawing at the end here. But when you ask questions about the business opportunity at the end, when we're pretty much ready and all wrapped up with everything, she's going to be giving those people that ask business questions on here some extra tickets into the drawing. Of course, as long as you're not a consultant. If you're a consultant, we want to hear from you and how amazing this business has personally been for you. I know one of my new consultants, Jessica, is watching, and I think she's watching on Facebook, and she literally just signed up one of her friends today, and her name is Nicole too. So like I said, you never know what this business could do. But hey guys, this is what I am going to be making.
1 second, Nicole.
Go ahead.
Because this is Pampered Not Perfect. I forgot we need to put 2 tablespoons of butter on top of the apples. So I'm kind of sticking some butter in my little slits and putting it in there. In case anybody was watching what I'm doing and was wondering what I was doing, that's what I'm doing. So I forgot that step.
That is too funny, Jess. Yeah, I think that's kind of important, right? So, guys, so I'm making a no-bake dessert. I am not much of a baker. I hate measuring stuff, but today I was a good girl and literally measured all of my stuff out ahead of time to try to make this go as quickly as possible in the end. So I'm going to be demonstrating, of course, the handy dandy pie plate, our wonderful server that we are giving away completely for free. When you stay here with us on Zoom, you do have to join us on Zoom to let us know that you're here. And I am also demonstrating one of the newer products that not a lot of people have seen yet. And this particular product is called the Flex Plus. The Flex Plus comes with our food processor, which, by the way, every piece I'm going to show you here is battery powered. This battery literally comes off and connects to everything. The battery life in these is approximately 1 hour-ish, I believe, for each battery, because you get 2 batteries with this. So it comes with the food processor, comes with an immersion blender, and it also has the handy dandy hand mixer. Now this piece here pops off, okay? And this is your piece to go literally to everything that you need it to go to, okay? So I'm going to be demonstrating this throughout, and I'll show you guys how this works. So I already have in here some Oreos. I went cheap, guys. Oreos are like $5.38 now. So this is just going into a pie. So I went cheap, and I'll show you the ones I got. These were like, I think, 2 something at Aldi's the other day. I wasn't gonna
Same thing, right?
use that.
Same thing.
Yeah, same idea, same concept. And I used all but 1 rack of it. So if my husband really wants some, he can have some left over in the end. So let's show you how this works. You always have to hit the safety button up underneath it here. And then I'm going to crank it the whole way up. It has a power switch here. Start to be really fine.
See, there's a gadget for everything.
let's take a look. I think it looks pretty good in there. We have it all nice and finely crushed up. You guys can see that. And this comes with this blade here, which is more of your slicing kind of blade, crushing blade, I guess you could say. And then it also comes with the slicing blade and the grating blade. So if you wanted to, you could actually grate cheese in this as well. So it does come with those as well. And let me grab one of our bowls. I thought I had, I guess it's in the dishwasher. You really think you have everything laying out.
Same. It's easy to misplace something.
All right, so I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to dump this out. Use our handy dandy mixers.
This almost looks like Jiffy Pop.
Just that it is exactly what that looks like. Call it the Jiffy Pop. I'm going to toss this back in the microwave. I do have a little bit of butter, about 3 tablespoons of butter, slightly melted, but it needs just a little tiny bit longer. So I'm going to toss it back in there and remelt it and then pull it out. And we're going to toss it into this here and mix that around to get it nice. Oops, I just had an explosion in my microwave. So yeah, that's great. Toss this in here. Mix this around a little bit. And then we're going to toss it into our pie, our stoneware pie plate. I think I'm going to need just a little bit more butter. Get this to stick together really good. Do you guys see everything? Because Jess, every time I'm on here with you, you stay as the big picture. I don't know. Is it something that you do?
Maybe.
Okay. Because I always.
I see you as the big picture.
Oh,
It's
you
the-
do?
The speaker view. You have to select the speaker view.
Oh, is that what I messed up on? All right, I'll try to remember to do that one then. All right, so I'm going to toss this back in. Have a little bit more butter. I think I did more of the Oreos than what I was supposed to, but you know what, guys, that's okay. Because as we always say in this business, pampered, not perfect. And the thicker the crust is, the better it's going to taste anyways. So I always like more chocolate on just about everything I generally do. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Now we're talking. This is going to stick really well together inside of the pie pan here. And my friend, I got to give kudos to Jess because she was the one that literally found this recipe and I made it for a Halloween party that we went to. And oh my goodness, it was a hit and it was delicious to say the least. Everybody loved it. And I thought it was really, really good as well. So I'm going to stick this while I finish up the rest of this. I'm going to stick this in the freezer and then I'll be right back.
If you guys, while she's doing that, if you guys could go in the chat and just share with us who invited you to this, like who's your consultant, and if you are a consultant, who's your upline. That would be wonderful. Because I won't know who iPad is at all.
Yeah, to be giving away.
Just muted herself.
Nicole, you muted yourself.
How do I do that?
I don't know.
All right. Anyways, the very next thing we need to do is I'm going to be in a large bowl with handheld mixer. we're going to be using the whisk attachments that come with this piece as well. Okay, so this piece here is part of our Flex Plus set that we have with the whisks, and then it also comes with regular beaters as well for the mixer end of things. You attach it just like this on the side and it slips in. And what do I need? We're going to be doing the heavy whipping cream on a medium speed. Let me grab the heavy whipping cream. Heavy whipping cream always works best when it's really cold. Okay. Just so you know.
Definitely, because one time here is a tale from the crate is what we call it. At a cooking party, I forgot to get heavy cream and stopped at a Wawa. They didn't have heavy cream, so I got half and half. And you can't make whipped cream out of half and half. I learned that the hard way in front of about 12 people. No.
How much heavy cream are you using, Nicole?
If you're talking, I can't hear you. give me just a second. I heard my name and I was like, I don't know, I wasn't sure.
I'm gonna guess she probably used a cup and a half. But we'll see when she's done mixing.
So there is your heavy whipping cream, now turned into cream, whipped cream. If I kept going, I would be making butter. Okay.
How much heavy whipping cream was that? That was the question.
Yes, sorry. That would have been, and I used Precise stuff with this time as well. So this was 8 ounces of heavy whipping cream. That was exactly 8 ounces. Yep. In the end. So that was the main question. Was that from Jackie? I think it was from.
Yes.
All right, so the very next thing we're going to be doing is we are going to, in the bowl, let me set this to the side. I literally have everything kind of like an assembly line going back and forth here. We're going to put the attachments for to mix up the cream cheese, and then we also need to dump in the peanut butter. But first, it says to add to the bowl the paddle attachments for the cream cheese, which I don't have paddle attachments. Sorry, guys, it's not going to happen. And you want to add in the peanut butter and mix to combine. So we are going to be using our Measure All cup here. This used to be called the Wonder Cup from years ago. I actually just did a cooking party recently and walked into the lady's house, and she had the yellow Wonder Cup that was first poured out, and now they call it the Measure All cup. Okay, this is great for measuring cream cheese, or if you're doing peanut butter, all kinds of different things. In the end, you literally just push, and the whole thing just falls right out in the end. Then you do need to scrape the top of this. Let me grab my scraper.
Yeah, that's great for mayonnaise and sour cream and even honey too.
And you can also measure from the other end as well. If you wanted to measure wet, you could measure wet as well. So if you needed to do water, milk, things like that from the other end of it as well. So now all we have to do is we're going to combine the cream cheese and the peanut butter in the bowl here.
Mm-hmm.
And that was 8 ounces of cream cheese as well. And 8 ounces of creamy peanut butter that I mixed
Is anyone admiring the bowl she's using to mix in?
What'd you say?
I said, is anyone admiring the bowl that you're mixing it in?
Oh, yes, the bowls. They have a nice silicone bottom with the ring around it. They're dishwasher safe. And they come as a set, or you can buy them separately as well.
Yeah, the smallest one is 2 quarts. There's a middle size one, which I guess is 4, and then the large one's 6. Is that right? Do you know off the top of your head, Nicole?
I'm pretty sure, say that one more time.
2,
4.
4, and 6.
I am almost positive you have it right. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because this one here is the one I did the whipped cream in, and that one's the littlest one.
Yeah,
So,
that's 2 quarts. Yep.
all right, let me go
What
over
are-
here and grab.
What are they made of? What are the bowls made of?
They are, I'm pretty sure it is like a plastic type of, but it's chemical free. So if you're worried about any kind of chemicals, it's always chemical free with us. So let me go grab a scraper real quick. Give me 1 second here.
I'll look it up, see what it says online while she's doing that.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. Because I can't remember the precise, but I know they're called, I'm pretty darn sure they're called a plastic bowl.
See, and this is why we do this as a team.
Exactly. Now, if you would ask me before the pandemic, I would have done my studying because I have to know for my cooking parties, and shame on me, I should know, but
Yeah, same. Because these bowls are fairly new to the catalog, and the 2 quart
Yeah.
one just came out this season and turned it into a 3-set bowl set. So,
and it has a push button on the top to release the beaters for this as well. Okay. All right. So the very next thing all we need to do is scrape down the sides of the bowl, add the powdered sugar. Oh, darn. What did I do with my powdered sugar? There it is. All right. So you're going to add in, it's 1 cup of your powdered sugar that you want to add into this exactly. Let me double check on this. Yes, 1 cup of your powdered sugar. We're going to dump that in. I do need to mix this back up. And I forgot. Should have just left these guys in.
so while she's doing that, the product details on the bowls is it says that it's made from a heavy duty plastic. It is microwave safe and they're dishwasher safe. They have a 3-year guarantee. And they are made in China. We do have, not all our products are made here in the States, but we do have some that are made in the States, like our stoneware. So that's the little tidbits about the bowls. What step are you on, Nicole?
All right, while that's getting ready to be done, I have the chocolate inside the microwave here. And how I do the chocolate, guys, is I literally just do this in 30-second increments, pull it out and stir it, because you can easily burn chocolate, especially in the microwave, if you're not really super careful in the end. So I just have it in the 1 cup measuring cup, toss it back in for about another 30 seconds, and we'll pull it out. We want to, we're melting 1 cup of chocolate to toss into the creamy peanut butter that we have here. Now, funny little thing is I was talking to Jess earlier today, and let me just tell you, I love my chocolate and my peanut butter. And I told Jess, the next time I make this, I will be adding a little bit more chocolate to everything that I am going to be doing. So I do have a little bit more chocolate added to this. It actually just calls for 4 ounces of milk chocolate to be tossed in with the peanut butter in the end. So as you guys can see, this is kind of starting to melt a little tiny bit. Missing it to be nice and runny to toss into this.
Nicole, are you using chocolate chips or like Hershey's chocolate?
Literally, these are the the two chocolates that go into this. It is milk chocolate is gonna go into the peanut butter here, okay? And then as the ganache, the chocolate, which is semi-sweet morsels, which is just Nestle morsels for the chocolate ganache at the end. Now, unfortunately, I won't really be able to show you guys a whole lot of the ending of this recipe because of how it has to sit more or less overnight for this cake, for this pie to absorb and all that stuff. And then the chocolate ganache has to be put on at the very last thing, well, almost the last thing, towards the end, in the end.
But
So
she'll share video and pictures when she's
Yes.
at those steps.
Definitely, I will do that. It's very easy to make chocolate ganache if you've never made it before. At first, I thought it was intimidating, but then I went to a Pampered Chef retreat a long while back, and this one lady was there. Jess, I don't know if you remember hearing about this or not, but Pharrell shared, and I'm pretty sure it was Pharrell, she had shared that you heat up the heavy whipping cream
Mhm.
ahead of time. And then after that's nice and hot, you take it and you dump it over the top of your chocolate and then mix it all together. You don't really put the chocolate and everything into the microwave, I think she had mentioned, to get it to be melty. And so, does that make sense?
Yeah, you want your liquid to be nice and hot to melt the chocolate,
Yeah.
and that creates a nice smooth texture for your ganache.
Exactly. All right, so there we have it. We have our chocolate and our peanut butter all mixed together, as you guys can see here. So now all we need to do is add the powdered sugar, which I did, mix the melted chocolate, scrape down the sides of the bowl till everything is combined. And this recipe calls for sour cream. So we need to add 2 tablespoons of our sour cream into this here. We are using our handy dandy adjustable measuring spoon. I'm going to measure out 2 tablespoons of this. Maybe just a tiny bit more because I did add more chocolate. I'm never precise on everything I do. Just ask Jess, she knows.
It's true. True fact. Hashtag truth.
All right, so we'll just mix this really, really well. So it's all combined. And then I think I have to pull out, nope, use the spatula to gently fold in whipped cream until combined and no white streaks. All right, so it calls for the whipped cream. Cheese is all mixed in here. All right. We're gonna dump in our whipped cream into this now. And
So
then it
much
says,
better than Cool Whip. You know what the ingredients are, and it's
Yes.
no chemicals,
no yucky,
preservatives.
gross tasting stuff. All right. Oh, let me move this so you guys can see everything. So we're just gonna fold this in. They say fold in until no white streaks appear. That's how it's what it says. I'm like, okay. And then we do have to make just a little bit of whipped cream for the top of this when it's finished. And I'll show you guys how we'll do that here shortly. So you see how, guys, you see how delicious this is? Like,
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I'm a little upset I had you make that pie instead of making it myself.
you wouldn't be taking it where you're taking it, trust me. It will be going into my stomach. Guys, none of this is fat-free, just saying. I mean, the apples, Jess made healthy apples, so, you want to consider that the healthier end of things. All right, so I have a little bit on the bottom here that I just need to scrape up and get combined in there. So the next thing is we want to take and pour the chocolate peanut butter cream filling over the crust. So let me grab this out of the freezer. That's already nice and hard. And that was in there for what, 15 minutes maybe or so, give or take.
And Nicole's using the deep dish pie plate also in the latest
Yes.
color that we have available, and that nice like matte white color goes with anything.
Yes. Yes, definitely. Love our stoneware. Guys, I'm telling you what, stoneware is amazing. It cooks evenly. It makes everything nice and crispy. The two pieces, in my opinion, uh-oh, I got white streaks, Jess. In my opinion, if you don't have any stoneware and you want to start out with stoneware, I highly recommend the bar pan, which is the large bar pan. And then I also recommend a pizza stone. Those are the two pieces I think every house should have. I haven't lived without my, which one is it? The pizza stone, probably for close to 20 years, because I know that that was the first piece I ever bought when I first moved into my house. So I have one of the first pieces that came with the rack to pull out of the oven.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I think there's some people on this call who can say that as well.
I think every household should have some kind of piece of stoneware.
I still have
Yeah.
3 of them.
What's that?
I still have 3 of them. The rectangle and the 2 round.
That's funny. So here you
And you
guys
still
go.
have your wire rack, Debbie? You still have that wire rack for them?
Yes, all 3 of them.
I lost my wire racks.
Oh,
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Can you get a really good, well, a halfway decent picture of this? And
Yeah,
maybe
hold
we
on.
can.
Oh, when's it? There we go.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully there wasn't too much light in the background. All right. So guys, the next thing that we're going to do is, oh, oops. I wanted to show you guys, I was supposed to do this. This fancy dancy thing, I like to call it. It's called an offset spatula. Literally, you're supposed to just kind of take this around and make it look really pretty. Okay, now there we go. Now it's pretty, but we can't waste that, right? We got to put that on there. Right. So there we go with our pieces. And then the next thing I will show you guys really, really quickly, I'm going to see if I have it up here in my cupboard. And I do. The last piece I'm going to show you guys is our whipped cream maker that I have here. Let me go grab some heavy whipping cream real quick.
Lots of deliciousness going on in this pie. So guys, also just so you know, we will be sharing these recipes with you as well on the group page. If you're, like I said, if you're not on our Cook and Look group, send one of us a message and we'll give you the link to join that group so you don't miss out on any future recipes that we share on there, because there's generally the recipes and stuff like that are generally shared on that group page. And save the date. We're going to do this again December 14th. And December 14th's theme is going to be easy holiday appetizers.
All right, so I just added powdered sugar. This was probably about, I don't know, give or take 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. There is a line on here that you can't see. This is our whipped cream maker. There's a line on here. You can't see it real well once it's filled up, but I filled it up to that fill line. I tossed in our bourbon strength Madagascar vanilla, which is back in our catalog currently only till December 31st is what we've been told. We're gonna put the top of this on, seal it, pump this for a couple seconds or so. So you feel it get really, really thick.
That thing is the best.
Yes. This is only for just a little bit of whipped cream in the end for our decorator that I'm going to show you guys here to do some decorating tomorrow. Get to it tonight anymore. I know we're kind of going over time here tonight, but it's okay. We're having fun, and hopefully you guys are too. So we'll release this. And there is our whipped cream.
Beth, I sent you the link to that group in Facebook Messenger, just so you know that's where it is.
Now this piece here is our decorator set. The decorator comes with the one tip. I already have one here. It also comes with, guys, if you're decorators or people who know what these pieces are, you can tell me. I'm pampered, not perfect. So it also comes with this much bigger looking tip.
That one I
pushes
think
out
is
all-
a star. I think they call that one a star. That's all I know.
Is that one a star? Okay, awesome.
An
It also
open
comes with
star.
this other tip. What's that?
It's an open star, and the one that's kind of like that is a closed star.
Ah,
Okay,
see?
that one would be the
See?
closed star. That's what I'm gonna use. We also have the, like, I guess you call it a tip. I don't know. That one
That's
there.
for stuffing your cupcakes or your donuts or stuff like that.
All right, smarty party, Jess, thank you. No clue. I'm just talking here. We also have the other tip that it comes with as well. And so
That's
it comes
half a
with
star, right,
1, 2,
Jackie?
3.
Would you call that half a star?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tips. Okay. And then we have the piece that's just like the open hole. What you want to say, what you want to call it in the end. So we'll open the top of this piece here. We're going to pour in our whipped cream. Let me do one really quick thing here, guys. Hold on a hot second here. I just got to wash this spatula off. That works really well with this.
Really, stop.
I'm not even gonna dump all of this out, but I'm just gonna show you guys this real quick, how this works. Just gonna put this back. Oh, it's coming out. I'm gonna take you guys halfway across the kitchen here. Let me unplug this.
I'm gonna turn down the temp. I'm remembering.
Hopefully you guys can see this just fine. I have our wood cutting board here that I'm going to demonstrate really quickly for this piece. So as you can see, you guys see that okay?
Yes.
Okay. As you can see here, I have the one tip on here. I guess you could consider it like the star. And we have a couple of different pieces of your whipped cream there in the end. Let me wash my hands off really quick. So that kind of wraps up my, and hopefully you guys took away a couple of little odds and end things throughout this demonstration. I'm going to wrap this up by saying this, guys. Take Pampered Chef on a few dates and give it a try. You never know what it could do for you in the end. And I'm going to open this up for an open forum really quick. And remember, you do get extra tickets for asking any kind of questions. Jess will put your name in a couple more times when you ask as many questions as you would like about the business opportunity. I had mentioned at the beginning of this how Pampered Chef personally changed my whole life. And I'm now able to stay home. I've got 2 grandkids. I watch the one because the other one's in school all day. And the other one is only 2 years old. So guys, I'm going to open this up. Don't turn this into the cricket activity where nobody asks any questions. Let's turn it into the ticket activity and have everybody ask as many questions as they would like. solely only about the business, and you'll get extra tickets into the drawing. So who would like to go first and ask the very first question?
So what if I don't have a business opportunity question? Can I still ask?
Yeah, you can still ask, most definitely.
So, like some of you ladies, I have some Pampered Chef products that go back decades. I'm curious about how long we can expect these products to last. Like, for example, if I had an old, stoneware piece that's cracked, and I always thought, you know what, maybe they'll replace it, and I wound up tossing it, I think, when I moved. I'm just curious about that.
So Jess, I'll just answer that. Is that okay? Because I know she's with you, right? So yes, we have warranties on certain products out there. We do. Well, there's warranties on everything, but the things that do come with lifetime warranty is our different sets of our cookware. There is one in particular cookware now set that is called a Brilliance cookware that just came out in September, and that comes with a 10-year warranty. Our black handled knives come with a lifetime warranty as well. Those are the main things that we tell everybody that comes with lifetime warranties. The stoneware.
Salad choppers have lifetime warranty.
Oh, thank you. Salad choppers have lifetime warranty. The stoneware has I believe I'm pretty darn sure that it's a 3-year warranty on all of our stoneware. So if you have a piece that cracks and you don't have your receipt, the only thing you need is a good consultant to call Pampered Chef for you and get it replaced. Okay. So make sure you check with your consultant before you or your husband throws out the product. I've had it happen. And I've had it happen to cookware. And I'm like, why did you throw that away? My husband threw it away. I'm like, oh my God. So make sure you check with a consultant before you go throwing anything away. You don't need, go ahead, Jess.
I was going to say, and of course, option B is to replace it with host rewards and get it free by having a party or even half price.
Right. Yes, that too. You can always do that, get it free, get it half price. If it's out of the warranty, and you can't get it replaced, we can anything you guys seen here tonight can be yours 60% off until the end of November, because it's 60% off of anything you want. And you can also get it at half price, or we can get it completely for free for you as well. The choice is yours, and party with us. In the end. All right. So any other questions, Sue? Suze? It looks like a name.
No, that was very helpful. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Any other questions, guys? Nobody wants any extra tickets into our drawing tonight? Oh, Rosemary says, what percent? I didn't catch the whole thing. What did it say, Jess? Did you see it?
I'll read it.
Okay.
What percent does a group get if they have a party? What do you mean? Oh, you mean like a fundraiser, Rosemary? Yeah, she's asking about fundraising.
Okay, so fundraising, how that works is you can do it as a fundraiser, and anything from $200 to $500 and no, I'm sorry, not 500. Yeah, no, $649.99. 10% is given back. Anything from $650 and above, 15% is given back. And then Pampered Chef also gives $3 for each party booked. And, it's also up to the consultant, because I know me and Jess personally give some of our commissions back for parties as well booked. I give $10 back for each party booked, and I'm sure Jess gives, something of that nature as well.
I do for my fundraisers, I give an additional 5% when the sales reach $1,000 or more. And I pretty much put every single order in as a booking. So you're getting $3 for each.
There you go. Any other questions, guys? You guys are quiet tonight. We get a quiet crowd.
I have a question.
Okay.
Who started Pampered Chef?
I love that question. Her name was Doris Christopher. She is our owner, I guess you more or less say, of the entire company. She started it back in 1980 on October 15th, to be exact. is the first date she did her cooking party at a friend's house. She drove her Chevy Velour, I believe it was called a Velour, to her friend's house in the rain, is what we've been told, and almost turned around and never started the business. She has been thanked by so many men and women out there to start this business, and she is extreme. So many people are so thankful, especially I know me and Jess are, for her starting this business going on 43 years it's been now, 44, somewhere in there, 43. I'm pretty sure. 1980. I'm no good at math, but I'm a consultant, not a mathematician. So yeah, she started this business and it's been successful ever since. We always tell everybody that if you're considering this, you just don't know what it could possibly do for you in the end, and give it a try. All right.
And Doris is still involved with Pampered Chef, even though Berkshire Hathaway now owns, Warren Buffett owns Pampered Chef now, in case anyone didn't know that.
Yes.
And he really doesn't get his fingers involved in any investments unless he really believes in it and knows it's a solid company. So we were thrilled that that's who invested in Pampered Chef. And Doris is now, I think she is 75 years old now.
I think so. Yeah.
And and she's still, we still see her on occasion on Zoom calls, and also she makes an appearance at our national conferences still, which is awesome. But we do have a couple questions in the chat, and also Carrie raised her hand. So I don't know if she had a question, if she wants to ask it herself on Zoom or throw it in the chat.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I wanted to know how many products they have now, because way back when you guys first started, when I first bought my pizza tray, you only had probably about 25 products. So about how many do you have now?
I think it's way over 300.
Yeah, our catalog is about 40 pages now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So you bought stuff back when there was only 25 things in the catalog?
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah,
so-
when it was
that back when they sold the onion goggles?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's funny.
It's a real
So
thing, I
the
guess.
pizza is the only thing that I have still. I mean, everything else, I either used or it got broken, and
Right.
Did the onion goggles work?
They were basically just safety goggles, from wood shop.
not for me.
Did it work?
That's too funny.
The food chopper works just as well. No more tears with the food chopper or the manual food processor.
Mhm.
Exactly. All right. So
we have Uncle Jeffy's asking, it looks like he has two questions. First one, how many shows do you have to do in a month?
So Uncle Jeffy, that is entirely up to you as an individual person. What we always recommend to get you started is 4 virtual parties a month to help you take off with your business, is what we always suggest to every single person who starts out. Now, that's not even having to go talk in front of people. So in the end, it is totally up to you in the end, but that's what we usually recommend to every single new consultant. If that gets to be too much for you, then you can back off after your first 30 days and do 1 party a month if that's what you want to do. But it is entirely up to each individual on what they do with their business. And it looks like, what's the shortest show or quickest show you have ever done? Less than an hour to a half an hour. So yeah, we have what's called 15-minute texting parties. And that has been the fastest party I've personally ever done.
Same. Yep.
Yeah. So, and you can even do what's called an unparty, where the host just passes around a link, and it's called an unparty. You're not really doing anything much at all, and the host literally just passes that link around to collect orders, and you could even send her a catalog or 2. All right, good questions there, Uncle Jeffy. So it looks like we also have another question. I will get you, no, sorry, never mind. Can you do speed shows on Zoom? 20 minutes meal. That would beat the Rachel Rachel by 10 minutes. So I'm thinking that you talking about Rachel Ray, maybe.
Yes, he is.
So that's kind of tough.
I was
to
waiting
do.
for crazy questions from Uncle Joe.
I have to admit, honestly, I think that would be kind of hard to do with 20 minutes, but we do have what's called 20-minute meals. Heck yeah. This wonderful fancy dancy product that's sitting over here with my cookies. That is called our multi-cooker. And let me just say, you can get a lot of dinners done in under 30 minutes with that gadget. Okay. So yeah, it's possible, but with us talking the way me and Jess talk, I don't think that's possible.
But as far as the recipe goes, we do have quite a few recipes in our rotation that are 20 minutes or 30 minutes. So
Right.
Get you in and out of the, in and out of the kitchen and around the table a lot faster.
Yes, definitely.
Time with your, your loved ones around the table. But so just to confirm, Carrie was invited by Christine, I gather. Is that correct?
Hey, Jess, one more question.
Go ahead.
How much money would somebody who's starting out have to shell out to kick things off?
Oh, this is Nicole's favorite. Go ahead.
All right. Well, it's almost one of my favorites. So we've got technically, is it 4 different kits? We have $100 kit. That is our cast iron kit that you can sign up for. We also have you can go big and go big or go home, as I like to say. And this biggest kit is $250, and that comes with the grill and griddle and a bunch of other products. It's like over $1,000 worth of products for $250. Or what other ones is there? Just the air fryer kit, that's $200. You can do that, and you get like, I'm pretty sure it's $1,100 in products that you get with that one. And then we also have,
We do have a $50 kit.
Oh, I'm sorry, the $50 kit. Yeah, duh, the cheapest kit.
Yeah, that comes with the stone bar pan.
Yes, the stone bar pan. I
The
forgot
large
about that
one.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the large stoneware bar pan. So if you don't have a whole lot of money to shell out, you can start small and just do the $50 kit. And that one comes with, I'm pretty sure, over $100 worth of products as well, somewhere in the ballpark of that. So start small, and then here's the cherry on the top of the cake. Well, 2 cherries, in my opinion. You get commission, really nice commission checks, and then you can also earn free products within your first 30, 60, and 90 days. And right now, we're earning 2023 products that are coming out in 2023, and you can earn every single product they're coming out with in 2023. But you have to join in November in order to do that, because this is the opportunity that you have. Now, the free products that I'm talking about that you can earn completely for free as a new consultant, one of those free products is this guy here, which is called the Deluxe Multi-Cooker. When you submit $1,250 in your first 30 days in sales, it's not hard to do. That's usually maybe 1 to 2 parties. You can earn that guy completely for free. It's over $900 worth of products that you can earn totally for free. And if you want to know what they are, you can ask. I'll go over them, but I don't want to bore everybody to death. But if it's something that you're interested in, Jess or I can definitely, chat with you in the end.
I
Good question.
also want to add in there too that there's this option as well where you can host a party, and part of your host rewards is up to $50 in kit credit. So a $400 party gives you $50 in kit credit, which means you could essentially start a Pampered Chef business for free by redeeming $50 kit credit and choosing the $50 kit option. So your investment could be a big fat goose egg.
Yes, definitely. Thank you, Jess. All right, guys. So are we good, or do we have any other questions? All right. So I'm going to share this one last little tidbit with everybody here is Like I keep saying, take Pampered Chef on a few dates, give him or her a try. And if it's for you, that's fantastic. If it is not after the first 30 to 60 days, it's okay. You didn't marry Pampered Chef. You walked away with some amazing products, and you get to keep everything that comes in your kit as well. Okay. And you don't owe Pampered Chef any money. There's no Pampered Chef police coming knocking on your door to take anything back from you in the end. So Jess is going to go ahead and do the drawing, and we'll see who the winner is of our slice
chicken
and
dinner.
serve.
I got everybody's names in here. And also, just a shout out to everyone. Have a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving next week. I can't believe it's that time of year already.
Yeah, it's crazy. Already.
All right. And here we go. Our lucky winner is, ta-da! Oh, Ginger. Ginger, I'll be sending you a slice and serve. Congratulations. Yay.
All right, guys. So hopefully we'll see everybody on the next Zoom. And Jess, you said December 14th. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, at
That's what we
7
decided
o'clock.
today.
Yep.
I think that's what we decided today.
We'll let you guys know.
We'll let you know. I'm actually, I'm just also, just a heads up, guys, I'm going to be sending you a survey in regards to this presentation tonight, because we're looking for ways to improve this. And we're also looking for ideas from our customers on what you want to see and share with you. So look for that coming also. I'll be posting it in the group. I have a list of everybody who was on the call tonight, so you might just get it through Facebook Messenger or email if we have that for you. So just a heads up, there's a survey coming out this week for you guys, if you don't mind taking a couple minutes and filling that out for us. So I want to thank you all for your time and coming to this wonderful pie baking session. I hope you learned something new, and we will be sharing the results via videos and pictures of what our pies look like. And we will be sharing the recipes as well with you all. So thanks again.
All right, guys. Thank you. See you later.
Thank you.
Bye, thank you.
Bye.